Hey guys, Joe here with Seattle Coffee Gear, visiting Seattle and coffee gear with a championship AeroPress recipe. This recipe comes from Ben Jones down in Portland. Hey Ben. He works with Ristretto Roasters. He's one of their educators, and he won this year's AeroPress Championship with this recipe. Fun thing about the AeroPress Championship is it's a little different than the other brewing champions competitions. Basically, in the barista competitions, the Brewers Cup, tasting competitions, there's this very intense form that the Specialty Coffee Association puts out that grades coffee. And there's a panel of judges, and it's intense and pretty cool. The AeroPress Championship is a bit laid back and almost more difficult. I know someone's going to say a comment about that, and bring it on. I enjoy. The AeroPress winner is decided by who makes the most enjoyable cup of coffee. It's as simple and as complex as that. There's a panel of judges, and you brew some AeroPress, and it's decided who makes the best cup, straight across. So, sit back and enjoy, or don't sit back. Get out your AeroPress, get out your scale, and get out your metal filters. So, Ben, hello again, he uses 26 grams of coffee that is ground for drip. If you watched our AeroPress tips and tricks video, that's how I ground it in that video. So grind for drip coffee, Chemex, not as fine as V60, not as coarse as French press. 26 grams of coffee, and we're gonna start our brew with 175 milliliters of coffee, which is going to make a concentrate. We will do a 30 to 40 second press into the cup, your brewing vessel, and then we're going to do a bypass. So we're going to add 75 milliliters of water afterwards and enjoy it. So here's what that looks like. So the way Ben had the filter set up during the competition was metal filter at the bottom with 2 paper AeroPress filters right on top. You could make a metal filter, paper filter sandwich if you want. If you want the metal filter on top, sure. Ben says that he came across the metal filter, paper filter combo after getting up to like 7 paper filters in the little filter holder, and it being almost impossible to shove that netting structure in the way. So he just took 2 filters, put a metal one in there. I was like, oh, hey, that's exactly what it needs to be. So we've rinsed our filters. We're gonna drop our coffee in there. That out. The water you want as hot as you can get it, which if you're at sea level is going to be 211-ish degrees unless you're in a pressure cooker, and then that's honestly too hot. So use just off of the boil water. Stir to ensure that all of your grounds are wet. You don't want to add too much turbulence though, so just keep it gentle. Ben said that he stirred 10 times to the people who asked for his recipe, and he told me in confidence later that he stirred 10 times. You just need to make sure your grounds are wet. But I'm not a championship AeroPresser, so maybe you do actually need to stir 10 times. Then we're going to wait 2 minutes. After that, once again, our press is just going to be nice and slow, hopefully as even as I am capable of. And then we are going to stop once we hear our air escape into the cup, and then bypass with appropriately hot water. This doesn't, or the water that you're bypassing with afterwards, doesn't necessarily need to be boiling. If it's off of heat for a few minutes, it'll drop to around 203 degrees, which will be plenty of temperature for your concentrate bypass. Once again, as always, please don't break your scale. Press on your table, not on your scale, unless you have one of those shipping scales that they weigh out like steel on, or animals. Those can handle lots of weight. Your average home scale has a load cell that can't. So we've got 10 more seconds. Pull that off. Put your cup back on your scale, which you have not broken, and then add your last 75 grams of water. Sit back and enjoy. That's really hot water. Cheers.